I was there the day Horus slew the Emperor.
Right, hello everyone. My name's Tom. Welcome to the Lightning Tower podcast. I'm here today with Liam.
Hello.
And Stu.
Hello.
And today we're going to be looking at both sides of the 30k hobby, because this week we've had a really cool intro game with a guy called Graham from the Edge of Empire podcast, who's been into 30k probably for longer than it's been around. And we're also going to be looking at Macca's 10 Commandments, or 13 Commandments, from his recent controversial YouTube video.
Was it 10 or 13?
I think it's 13. I think it was originally 10 and then he stuck another 3 in.
Alright, okay. You found another stone tablet.
Yes, yeah. I'm a stone tablet for up this other mountain I've been up.
Yeah, so we're going to look at that later on, but the first, we're going to talk about the fact that the pre-release stuff is up on YouTube.
Yes, it is.
So we've had Guerrilla Miniatures Games, Vanguard Tactics, Broadsword Wargaming, all put up unboxings.
Yeah.
And Guerrilla Miniatures Games have also done a playthrough and a look at the rulebook.
Well, he did basically 3 things. He did the models review.
Aye.
He did a book review.
Yes.
And then he did a let's play.
Yes. Well, that point I opened beer.
Oh. Well, what was it? It was Saturday morning. I was like, I'm going to watch something. What can I watch? And I saw that. I was like,
Yeah. To be fair, I was surprised.
I was surprised when they
wasn't
went
expecting
up.
it to come on, yeah.
Yeah.
And
no,
then,
I did originally think as he'd gone too early, as he jumped the gun.
And then all of a sudden it was everywhere. I was, no, he hasn't.
Yeah, because there was even a post on the 40k for grown-ups Facebook page.
Oh, I saw
the
it.
admin put on,
yeah.
If you're going to put stuff up, it's going to get deleted, blah, blah, blah. And everyone's like, dude, the Guerrilla Miniatures Games isn't leaking
Whereas
stuff.
what you should have been saying is,
he does this for a job.
I'll delete it because it's not 40k is what you should have been saying.
Yeah. I was like, admin, I have power. I have power. I'm a nerd. I have power. Don't post it. Post what I want.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Well, this is one of my issues actually with this box set. Is what I'm worried about is all the 40k players are going to buy it.
Well, that's the thing.
And it's going to sell out.
The most popular box set they could do for 40k is Marines versus Marines.
Yeah, and what they've done. Yeah.
And there it is.
Yeah, but I honestly don't think Contemptors or Spartans are very strong in the 40k.
Yeah, they're alright actually. Yeah, Spartans.
And then Firstborn Marines.
Yeah,
Primaris.
But they're not. You just run them as true scale.
Yeah.
Primaris because they've all got bullet guns.
Just say they're intercessors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because of the same size.
So
that's what I would do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do.
That's the only issue I've got, is that they're not going to make the demand. They might produce it to demand for 30k audience, and then all the 40k people buy it.
Because I would. Like, that's exactly why I'm going to. I'm going to buy. Even if I wasn't playing 30k, I'd buy it for the sake of it. I like the Beaky Marines because it's Blood Angels. I always look class in Beaky Marines.
Yeah. Beaky Marines just look good.
Yeah, you get. I've always fancied the Contemptor Dreadnought anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, I prefer Forge World or Porthorn, but
it's posable.
Yes,
with all the options.
Exactly. So there you go.
Or almost all the
you
options.
only get one fist.
Yeah.
And you don't get an assault cannon.
Oh, no assault cannon.
But you'd sit at the back and use it as a... Well, I don't know. But
you get a lot of options.
But you get a lot. You get
it's not
options.
fixed.
Yeah, and that's the whole point. If I wasn't playing 30k, I'd probably buy it for the sake of that'll boost my 40k army by a full detachment.
Yeah,
a big detachment straight away.
Yeah.
So did you two watch the Guerrilla Miniatures model review?
I watched a bit of it, but I had the kids at the weekend, so my attention kind of got pulled away a little bit.
Yeah, I think I was painting.
Oh, you should have paid attention.
I would have, but I had the kids.
So, what's the big tank called again?
Spartan.
The Spartan. It's all new plastic sprues.
Yes.
Because there has not been a plastic Spartan.
No.
One of the sprues says Land Raider.
Yes, I know. I did see that bit.
Which means there's possibly a new plastic Land Raider coming as well. And have parts shared with the Spartan.
Interesting. Hope it's a Land Raider Proteus, actually.
Have you not seen what else? Have you not seen what else has been leaked or shared?
Oh, what's this?
Another tank.
Or is it a Land Raider Proteus?
No, it's not. You know the big tank that we all saw, we did the review on last week?
The one that was in the video.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kratos. With the
With the extra guns.
yeah, the little wingy
Yeah,
heavy
they're
bullet.
doing the little one as well. In
Oh
plastic.
yeah, the
Oh, yeah.
Sakarian,
Yeah.
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 But I
saw
don't know
that.
what variant it's going to be.
Well, all the photos have only been one variant.
Yes, they
haven't
have.
Yeah. Which, well,
You don't know.
no.
But-
Don't know. Wait and see.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we've just gone off topic a bit there, but you know.
But you can still print new turrets for it.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, you can, Stuart.
Well, have you seen actually? There's a guy on the Age of Darkness Discord.
Hmm.
Is 3D sculpted the Kratos already.
Oh yeah, so yeah.
So he's gonna have a printed and painted version before anyone can even buy
This
one.
is why, like, when you do these review things, there should be a little button on the side which says "Buy now,"
Yes, buy this now.
because they're missing an opportunity there.
I don't, see, this is the difficulty, isn't it? Because some companies let you know things years in advance.
Yeah, GW don't.
I mean, look at Warlord Games and the stuff we're still waiting for. The gold action
We reviewed
conflict.
like a year ago.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it still isn't out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Games Workshop only gives you like a few months to a few weeks.
Mm.
Or
But
about,
obviously-
or about 5 minutes.
But obviously they can't win because, you know,
Yeah.
It's
'cause
already
it takes
been done.
hours.
which
Like
is
someone's
why
already done one.
they should just sell STLs as well.
They should.
And then people wouldn't spend, their whole week building it on a 3D program when they could just go, oh yeah, I'll buy that for a tenner.
Yeah.
But-
I got Stu to print one.
So that's a tenner, and then you've got the assault one £10 SDR file,
Yeah.
or they sell you 3 tanks for 50 quid, like 50 quid or $60 a
Or
pop.
it'll be more than enough for that crate.
I know, but I'm just thinking, just
Alright.
spitballing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if somebody else makes a 3D file, then they sell none.
Yeah. But then you've got to think. But seeing that though, some of the 3D files I've seen, oh meh, I wouldn't bother.
Yeah.
It's like I've seen, oh, that looks really canny, and I was like, oh, it's like, that's a peer one. Oh, it isn't. No, but I had a look at the file, I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, there's one I want printing off, but I've found it printed and I found it painted. I'm like, that looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think this is the thing, like with 3D files, that really good stuff generally isn't free.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind.
Well,
paying
no,
that.
that's not really a problem, is
It's
it?
No.
it's when you see some of them, and they're like, I'd rather buy at full price from GW.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's you've got to offer the product at the right price. It's all, yeah. It's just what it is.
Yeah. So, anything else from the miniatures unboxing side that you?
There was a bit in the rule book review.
Yeah.
Should we talk about that now?
Yeah.
So I believe it was the picture of the Raven Guard army.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you see this bit?
Yes, I did.
And you noticed that the basin was different between some squads.
Yeah.
And the basin of the new Marines was the same basin style as the Leviathan Dreadnought.
Yes.
Yes. Which means there might be a new Leviathan.
I think somebody mentioned that actually.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
Guerrilla Miniature Games.
He thought that it was plastic.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
the basin style was the same as the new Beaky Marines.
Yeah, I mean that could be cool.
Yeah, but I mean the problem is with that is the Leviathan, it's old now. It's like,
It's old, but it was good.
oh yeah, but I mean there's like 10 different 3D files available for it now.
Mm,
You can get like custom Legion ones, there's all sorts.
yeah. But then again, not everybody
I'll
has
still
access.
get one.
Yeah, exactly. Not everybody has access to 3D printers or
Yeah,
something.
and I think
sometimes
sometimes you just enjoy building the plastic models, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually prefer building the paint.
Oh, which actually comes back again to the model review.
yeah.
2-part shoulder pads.
Yes, lovely.
I'm not really.
Stu, you shall be printing me lots of Bloody Angel shoulder pads.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yes, I already have 10 here, but I should be having some more of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they've got blood drops on them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
so Liam's currently holding 10 Mark II tactical marines in true scale.
Yeah.
Blood Angels.
Yeah, so the 2-part shoulder pads are going to be a bit of a pain.
They're horrible.
I think.
They are absolutely horrible. I've just tried building one of my jump pack. Yeah, him. What do you call him?
Oh, Zephon.
That's it. That's
Oh,
it.
is he built now? Is he?
He was.
Was he,
I
I lost my temper. So yeah,
was he plastic or was he?
it's fully plastic.
Oh.
Yeah, fully plastic with his left shoulder pad, which is the one which is the bumpy one.
Oh
It
yeah.
comes in 2 parts. It's absolutely horrible. So he's built up just without that shoulder pad on.
Yeah.
So I've got quite a few Bloody Angel character shoulder pads. I might just use one of them instead.
Yeah.
Because I've got some really cool ones. I've got like.
Does he come with just one head?
No, he comes with a beaky head.
Yep.
And the death face of the.
He has a death mask.
No, he's got like just him shrieking
with
with
the face. I've
yeah.
not actually seen that version anywhere.
Because beakies are cool.
Because beakies are cool. Yeah. He looks better as a beaky.
Yeah. Because the Fafnir ran, because that's a plastic as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that comes with a helmet version.
I just can't take the Fafnir seriously though. Because you say Fafnir, I think of Battletech.
Yeah.
But yeah, he comes with either a beaky head, which is what he's got on mine.
Yeah.
And his face of like.
So he's got a jump pack, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
What weapons does he have?
Massive sword.
A massive sword.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, so
which will just be used as whatever
character you feel like.
Yeah, well, whatever. I might not use him as I might just use him as a Praetor. Because that's what he is technically.
Yeah.
I'll just use him as a jump pack Praetor with whatever special weapon is in the codex
that
comes out.
Legion,
Kind of thing. Because I know in 40k I can use him with what's the sword called?
Blood Angel special sword.
Yeah, basically, yeah. The sword, and it gives them extra +1 to
in Heresy, Praetors usually get a Paragon blade.
There you go.
I think that's just a catch-all for any
cool blade stuff.
cool combat weapon.
Well, that's what it is then as well, man. But it's a two-handed one, so it's like pretty cool.
So one of the things I was a bit concerned about while watching these videos was when you looked at the rules included in the instructions, the building instructions.
Oh yes.
It had Praetor with sword and Praetor with axe.
Yeah.
Rather than just a Praetor entry with all the options.
Well, I noticed this on all the little previews in there. They are specific to what's in the box.
Yeah.
So like, the Tactical Marines said they have the chain bayonets. They didn't give options.
It's just what's
They
in the
have
box.
chain bayonets.
What's in the box?
The sergeant has a power sword and plasma pistol.
Yeah, it's just what.
There's no options. That's just what he has.
It's just what they have, yeah.
Which is just relating to what's in the
Which
box.
is fair enough.
Yeah.
It's like,
the Tactical Marines though is the full kit, so technically you wouldn't have to build them
this is
like
I
the
don't think
thing,
it is
when
a full
I
kit.
saw-
It still doesn't
I
say it's a
thought,
full kit.
This is going to be controversial.
Yeah.
In that they are fixed pose.
Yeah.
Well, they're kind of like half fixed.
They're like the the Dark Imperium ones.
Yeah.
I don't think they're that.
They're not
Well,
quite
they're-
that.
They're
So-
not quite that fixed. I don't
No.
think. I think they're closer to the new Chaos Marines,
Right.
where you have the body and the legs has
Uh-huh.
to be go together,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but then your pairs of arms.
I think
They
they
don't-
have part arms. on the body.
No, they're not. It's not as easy as that. I've tried building them, and yes, the part arms they should go,
Yeah.
but they don't. All
Yeah.
the arms don't pair up with all the bodies.
And when I saw this, I thought this is going to be controversial because everyone likes the multi-part plastic kits.
I'm not asked anymore.
But I don't think they look good. They give you to see it, you've got all these options to build your dudes, and you build 20 dudes that basically look the same.
And you build no. You build 9 dudes that look the same,
Yeah.
plus a special weapon.
And a sergeant that looks like, it's
Yeah,
not all
that's
there.
it. Yeah, that is it. That's what you need. You don't need multi-part kits. Yes, if you want to convert them all. For instance, for me, I've before they came out, I converted 2 boxes a day of intercessors into death company intercessors.
Yeah.
Before you could get them.
Yeah.
So yes, that's cool for doing that with thunder hammers and swords and all sorts of cool stuff. But you don't need them in a 30 list, 30 man list.
I think what it's going to be awkward for is people who want to convert them to assault marines or breaches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's where it's.
Breaches would be hard.
That's where they're going to be a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Right. So, anything else from the videos? Anything?
The books look nice though.
Oh yeah, the books look really nice, yeah.
They did look really nice. Ooh, that's nice.
Can't really think. Anything you saw?
No. I actually enjoyed the Broadsword Wargaming video, which was mostly they were basically going through the process of painting the set ready for the open day. So they only had 3 weeks to do it.
Really?
Between the two of them, yeah.
For 40 Marines, a tank, 10 Terminators, 2 Praetors.
Yeah.
Oh, and a Contemptor.
Yeah. So they basically, and
That's
obviously
basically full time.
and they both have a full-time job and a kid. So they were basically like, yeah, this was difficult. This is why we had really simple base and technique.
So is this-
didn't do this and didn't do
Hang on,
that.
so is that 2 guys painting 1 box set?
Yeah.
That's 20 Marines each.
Well, someone probably did the Marines and then someone probably did the tank.
I think what they did, like, because
But yeah,
they showed it in the video, but yeah, they both. So one person did the reds, the next person did the faces, the next person did the.
All right,
you know what I
okay.
mean?
Yeah.
They did it like that, but like I say, it's a lot to get done, and I think the thing is, you've got to, everyone in the world is going to be looking at this, like
Yeah.
everyone who's into Games Workshop.
Yeah. He's going to be studying these
It's
models.
going to be studying these models. So you can't just be like, oh yeah, that's good enough.
That'll do.
Do you know what I mean?
Can't do it, that'll do.
If you like your decal like only half stuck on or something, you can't be like, yeah, whatever, who cares? Nobody
Yeah.
will see it.
Mm.
Nobody, because normally nobody ever really looks at your models, like in any detail. If you like put an army down on the table.
You go, oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
And
like say you
they
had.
go, that's cool, and pick up your leader,
Yeah.
which is the guy you put
Yeah.
most evident.
So
in.
let's say
Yeah.
you had a guy, like all your army had like shoulder logos on and you had one guy without.
Yeah.
Nobody would ever spot it
No.
while playing a game.
That he's the first casualty as well.
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead.
But
Oh, shit.
if people are like study them to see what's going to be in the box set and etc., what parts are we going to get and all of this, then everything's going to get picked up.
Yeah.
So it's probably not something I would even want to do, really.
Not in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I'll do it in 3 years.
At a push, maybe.
I mean, I think I would have struggled, and I paint quite quick. Because you don't know like what's going to happen, like with shifts and kids and stuff like that.
I'd probably
Like-
paint a squad in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
A 5.
Yeah,
Oh dear.
Yeah, I've done like no painting this week whatsoever. No, I tell you, I've done a tiny little bit.
yeah. And I think the other one to point out is, did you either of you watch Vanguard Tactics video?
No.
I only watched the one video.
Yeah, so Vanguard
Sorry.
Tactics, he just does not seem interested whatsoever.
Oh, that's a shame.
It felt like he was doing it.
You know, that's a shame because I bet there's people who are interested.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but he seems like it felt like he was doing it because he had to do it,
Yeah.
rather than he like really was excited for it.
Well, I mean, that's what comes with being one of those, like, I'm not going to say on the payroll, but almost
Yeah.
on the payroll content creators.
Yeah.
That's what comes with
Oh,
that.
you've got loads of followers. You do this for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers for that. I don't really
You want
care.
to continue getting out early releases?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't like this game system. Okay, but you can get this one free. You get this one free.
But
And
I
you
mean,
get the next one 3 weeks early as well. Woo.
It's not really a lot for how much time you have to put in.
But if you don't
Yeah.
if you don't want to do it and you don't like the game system, you're not going to be bothered.
I say you
Yeah.
can say no.
Yeah.
But if
You know,
it's
you can
like-
say no.
It's like, for instance, something like, oh, here's the new, I don't know, Age of Sigmar thing.
What would be worse though, right, is saying, yeah, I'll do that, and then getting a legion you don't like.
Yeah, so
I think they had,
yeah, it's like if you
Yeah.
here you go here the new see
Like, oh, I love Blood Angels,
Yeah.
I love Ultramarines, right, you're doing the Imperial Fist.
Well, I
Oh.
think actually that's another thing that
Well, no,
came,
I think
came from the broadsword videos. They had a little bit of choice in what legion they did.
no,
It must
to
be
be
one of the first ones.
fair,
I think they had
I
like
think
a pick between.
I think I could still do it with different legions, yeah. But with that guy, what you were saying there, so you just might like the game system. You might even like the good guys. You might be a Xeno player.
Yeah.
So he's like, I really don't care. Well, you give us some new Marines. I don't like Marines.
Yeah.
It's. I give it to somebody who does. Give it to somebody who's interested, who's excited about it, who wants to
Yeah.
push it a bit.
Yeah,
Not some guy who's got 1 million followers.
yeah.
Although that is like the way to get people interested in it.
But if he's not interested, he puts on. Oh, I've got this new set. It's not about.
Yeah.
People don't say
I
very
mean,
much.
yeah, that's kind of what it was like. Like he obviously was showing everything,
But-
going through the book, but
Oh, yeah,
he
'cause he's
wasn't like,
contractually obliged.
yeah, he wasn't excited about it. The same way like Guerrilla Miniatures Games. I know he's excited about everything,
Yeah, there is that.
but he was really excited.
But that's
about
it. I'm not. I haven't watched this video about the last one. He might just have a monotone voice, and
Yeah.
that's just his voice, and that's the way he does his videos. I've never watched it, so I don't know.
I don't watch a lot of his stuff, to be honest. I know he does he does like a course in how to be better at 40k, where people like pay a monthly
Oh wow!
subscription
Oh, I don't like him already.
to do this sort of thing.
Oh,
he seems like a nice guy, actually.
No,
It'd be
he's just-
better at
he's-
40k.
How to get better 40k?
Yeah.
Play the meta like
Yeah.
everybody else does. Jesus Christ!
I know.
Earn lots of money so you can buy the meta.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
it's
it,
like this. It's like this that guy list I'm building for me Ned just for a laugh.
Notice he's admitting to this.
Oh yeah, totally am. It is a that guy list, but it is just for a laugh.
What you need to do is you need to wait a month, and then you do that guy list. After they've made the changes.
Yeah,
You don't want to jump on the straight away that guy.
Well, no, because it's a list I've always fancied anyway. But yeah. Well, wow. Pay me a monthly subscription, get better 40k. No, just play more games.
Actually, there's something about 30k though. Is everyone's got a favourite Legion, haven't they?
Yes, everybody always has.
So everyone gets to play like their Legion.
Well, you know what? I'm actually struggling with that because I don't have a favourite Legion.
At all.
I like everyone.
Oh,
Well, not
there's
every-
no
not-
losers here.
Well, not everyone because I don't.
No, I don't believe
I
that.
don't really.
You don't like Emperor's Children?
I do though.
Okay.
I think Lucius is cool. Saul Tarvitz is cool. Eidolon's cool. Fulgrim as a book is brilliant. And
Why aren't you doing
Paint and
Emperor's
Purple
Children?
is class
So why did you do Emperor's Children?
because I wanted to do Ultramarines.
So why did you want to do Ultramarines?
Because Blue's class. Sergeant Thiel is one of the coolest characters in the whole heresy when he gets his red helmet because he stole a load of swords out of Gulliman's personal chamber to kill demons with.
It's a good point.
Do you know what I mean? I like everything. I'm reading Betrayer at the minute, and there's like everyone's going nuts because of these nails, and they know that Angron's going even more nuts, and they're like, yeah, but he's our Primarch, so what can we do about it? And they're all like so openly negative about Angron, whereas in any other chapter they're like so arse-kissy with the Primarch. And in World Eaters, they're just like, look at this div again, he's like going to get us killed. And then there's this dreadnought called Lork, who was actually the Legion Master for the Warhounds, which was what the World Eaters were called before Angron came along,
Yeah.
and then turned into a dreadnought.
Well, he died and didn't die, so he got
Yeah.
entombed into a
And then-
sarcophagus.
The guys on the ship who were supposed to defend the ship from boarding actions went with the nails and decided to drop pod onto the planet. So the leader of the Space Forces, Latara Saren, had to wake all the dreadnoughts to defend the ship.
Yes, wake all
from
the dreadnoughts up.
Ultramarines boarding attack. And he's basically like the most sarky dreadnought going. Because he's like, every time
He's like a million-year-old.
He's like, every time I get woken up, this Legion's just even more nuts. Because obviously he died
Yeah,
before they'd got nails.
yeah.
So he's just like,
What's happening?
he's just like, what is going on?
What? I'm shooting the Ultramarines
He's
now.
like, yeah, that's basically what was going on. He was like, wait,
What? Yeah,
we've
brothers.
been boarded by who? The Ultramarines.
He's like,
Wait. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
But it's just so class. But like, I could honestly I could have rolled a dice.
So you're telling me you would have done a World Eaters Dreadnought army?
I would have had that Contemptor Dreadnought with the model of the Latara Saren on the base.
Okay.
I would have done World Eaters. I would have done Emperor's Children.
Would you have done Iron Hands?
Yes.
I'm trying.
Because I like the rules to Iron Hands and I like all the bionics.
Yeah, they do look quite
I
cool.
think
yeah.
the one that I wouldn't have done actually is Dark Angels.
Oh, I thought you would have done Dark.
I know, because you had a Dark Angels,
I had,
didn't you?
I had
Yeah,
Dark,
Dark Angels
Angels.
40k.
And,
40k,
I'm not that big of a fan of Dark Angels in 30k because I find them quite bland and one-dimensional.
Yeah.
As opposed to the heresy that they are now.
Oh, we're nice.
Night Lords, I probably wouldn't do Night Lords. I think the murder hobo thing is a
Actually,
bit
if
overdone.
me and Liam weren't doing Death Guard and Blood Angels, would you have done either of them?
Possibly. I like painting both of them.
Hmm.
So that's what I mean. I struggled. So I went with Ultramarines because nobody else was doing them, and I like painting
Yeah,
blue.
for a reason.
I would have done Ultramarine. I like Ultramarines.
But the issue
But I
I
would
have,
have done bright blue.
the issue I have is finding a colour scheme I like, and law,
Yeah.
and the rules.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
three together.
Ah,
and
well, you see, the rules
Mm.
isn't so much for me.
yeah.
If they didn't have the +1 in charge,
Yeah.
I would still play them. If they had the Dark Angels stand still and fire twice, if they had the ultramarines fall back and fire and still fire. I'd
40k thing.
yes, but I would still play
Yeah.
Blood Angels
Yeah, oh yeah.
because I think the law's brilliant.
Because you like the Blood Angels law.
Yeah, especially
okay.
you see going to the Great Crusade before they got Sanguinaries.
Yeah.
How mental the Blood Angels were.
Mm.
Right. So here are two of the army rules that's been leaked that people say might be a little bit too powerful. Imperial fists +1 to hit with bolter and auto weapons.
Fine. You know why that's fine? Because it doesn't kill tanks.
Well, actually, so what they're saying is an auto weapon
Like an auto cannon.
is everything up. Bigger than that, there's some super heavy tank that has a super heavy auto weapon.
Alright, okay, but that is a super heavy tank.
Yeah.
So what, it's going to be one?
Yeah. Normal.
Big deal.
Normal tanks, yeah. Okay.
Big deal.
Then Iron Hands, shooting attacks against them are -1 strength.
That's canny.
Is that against their vehicles?
No,
It's them as a whole.
all
As all-
Really?
yes.
Wow, that is pretty good. I like how it's -1 strength rather than -1
to hit.
wound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because that's not as bad.
Yeah.
Because like obviously a las cannon is still pretty powerful.
still a
Even
pretty
with
good
-1
rule.
strength.
Yeah.
But like I say, what a lot of people have pointed out is you're looking at this stuff in a vacuum
Oh yeah, you don't know
because
the
you
rules.
don't know because every army is going to have their warlord traits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to have their special war gear.
Yeah.
You know, all
mean-
of this sort of stuff, and you don't know how that's all
We've
going
had
to interact.
the community page of the Blood Angels,
Yes, that's been dropped.
and they were getting +1 to wound on the charge,
On the charge.
which
Charge.
is pretty huge.
Charge or being
Oh
charged.
yeah.
I don't think that was limited to infantry either.
It's not. It never is.
That's pretty huge.
Well, it isn't. It isn't. In 40, yes, it is. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's basically you're killing everything on the two. You're wounding everything on the two, more or less.
Yeah.
But in 30k, where not everything can kill everything.
Okay, so what you can do is you downgrade your weapons by 1.
Yeah.
Instead of taking a power fist, you take a power sword.
Yeah.
Instead of taking a chain bayonet, you just take a bayonet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to spend that bit extra to get to that point.
Yeah.
Because you get the +1 to wound.
Going on that example though, we don't know about all the special rules.
No, we don't.
Random
No, we don't
and
know
all
that.
of this sort of stuff. So, like I say, we're looking at it in a vacuum
Yeah.
because we don't have the full rules.
So
But
we're just speculating.
I think the
Oh,
one
yeah.
thing with the Blood Angels rules is it's like forcing you to play close combat.
Yeah, and
Well,
You know what I mean? Like
it is, yeah, but
you don't have to, but then you're getting no bonuses.
no.
but other armies in 40, trying to do them to 40, they have no bonuses
Yeah.
unless you get up close and personal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Ultramarines, theirs in 40, you can fall back and fire.
Oh yeah, so if you
Which-
don't go in close combat, you don't get the
Yeah.
bonus.
So
Yeah.
the 30k rule for Ultramarines was if you shot and hit anyone else within certain range, shooting at the same target gets +1 to hit.
That's
Kind
good.
of like a marker light. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Because you could shoot them, like, oh, I've got this guy with a bow pistol, now I can shoot, I'll shoot that tank to help that last
Yeah.
cannon.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, it's like tracer fire, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll
Like-
say
like-
though,
like a town
because
marker.
like I say, we don't know what
Yeah.
it's going to be yet.
Oh
That's
no,
all
we
I'm
don't.
showing
We
it.
only, which the latest one we had? The Iron Hands community page.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so like I say, that Ultramarines rule from the first go round is something that I quite like
Mm-hmm.
because it forces you to think tactically on the table.
Well, actually, you're not getting them.
The see, like I say, the Emperor's Children one's +1 initiative phase,
Oh yeah,
so that's really handy.
Yeah.
So basically, if you with the equal weapons, you're fighting first.
yeah.
So we'll in fact we'll go into that in our next segment, and we'll take a quick break because we want to talk about our demo game. So
Oh, yes.
we'll see you in a minute.
In a minute.
Hello, welcome back. So, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about our demo game that we had. So, at our club, we have a few people who were interested in 30k.
Yep.
And I was listening to the Edge of Empire podcast. And Graham on the Edge of Empire podcast said he would love to show people how to play and do some demo games. So I thought, all right, I'll send him a message and invite him to our club.
Yes.
And he agreed.
Yep.
And he was up here on Tuesday. He brought 2 armies with him.
So where's he from?
He's from South Durham, somewhere.
So
he
Durham.
never went any more detail than that.
Well, we're not going to dox them either. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter.
So yeah, he's from South Durham. He brought two armies. He brought Iron Warriors and Ultramarines,
Yep.
and he set up a battle.
Yep.
And me, Stu, and a guy called John had a battle with him. Liam was hanging around.
I was drinking beer.
Yeah, yeah. We have a pub attached to our club. That's how I'd describe it.
No, I describe it as we have a pub and we have a club attached to the pub.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's one door in between.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was pretty cool. So the two armies, very different.
3,000 points each, did he say they
Was
were?
that 3,000?
Yeah, I think that was 3,000 poinds. Yeah, so the
Yeah.
two full armies. So the Iron Warriors army was very long range. So he had his siege timer terminators,
Yeah.
the thud gun. What do you call them? Rapier batteries.
Yeah. With
Rapier
the
batteries
heavy
with
bolters.
Heavy bolters. He had Sikaran.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did he have the Argus one? That was just the Ultramarine, or did the?
And the one with the
Warriors
big
have one as
cannon.
well?
There was one with a massive laser gun.
Oh yeah, you had the massive
There was
laser
a
gun and the
big
normal
missile
one.
one. And there was an autocannon one.
Yeah, the missile one was for the Ultramarines, wasn't
Hang
it?
on.
No, there was
Hang on,
one.
hang on, I've
there was
got
an Iron
pictures.
Warriors one as well.
Oh, did they have the same
Yeah,
one
it
as
was
well?
sat in the
Yeah,
middle.
so they had 3 Sikarans and a flyer.
Yes, there was some sort of fire.
Yeah, and then some tactical squads in
So-
those. Yeah, Liam's got a photo. Can't really
It's not the
tell,
best because
yeah.
it took him a
Oh,
while.
and he had a Contemptor Dreadnought.
Yeah.
And then the Ultramarines had a few squads in Rhinos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some, is this Invictus Suzerain?
Suzerain.
Some on foot and some in a Land Raider with Gilliman and some heroes.
Yeah.
The Sicarian Arcus missile launcher one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was about it, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it looks like it, yeah.
The first thing I noticed, it was very vehicle heavy. But
That's a
I
better
don't know if
picture.
that's-
Yeah. Yeah, so it is very vehicle heavy. I think it's a lot like bolt action in that way.
Hmm.
Probably more vehicles than bolt action
Yeah.
because
yeah.
you have your 3 heavy support slots
Yeah.
and then your transports as well.
Mm.
And then if you can get your some stuff in elites like your dreadnoughts, depending on what type they are.
Well, if you're running 3,000 points, it's not like it's a little list, is it?
No, that's true.
So you can kind of...
Oh, you can bring your big toys.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know if these were normal lists because obviously it's
We don't play it, so-
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and obviously he had to fit 2. He had to travel with 2 armies.
That's
So
true.
He might have just brought all the big stuff to save setup and
Yeah, just carry one model
transport and stuff
instead
like
of
that.
50 infantry.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, it was pretty cool. I think the first thing that happened was John, who was rolling the dice for the Iron Warriors, kept getting his tank stuck in a river
Yeah.
Yes.
by rolling a 1.
He likes rolling ones, does he?
One re-roll 1. I think
Yeah.
it happened 3 times, didn't it?
It was a lot.
Yeah, it was a good laugh. The Iron Warriors just completely smashed the Ultramarines with long range fire.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot the Ultramarines could do really.
No, there wasn't.
So we only got through 3 turns.
I think that's quite good for such a heavy point game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. it
And
was,
bear in mind, you were both 3 years learning it.
Yeah. Yeah. We got Gilliman into combat
Yes.
on the 3rd turn. And you only took 1 wound off the Praetor on the other side.
I think it was a bit unlucky, though.
Suffered none in return. But I think what this highlighted was the fact that it just isn't as killy as 40k at all.
Hmm.
Like the fact that you don't have damage on weapons and your AP's all or nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
So obviously in 40k you can like even if you've only got an AP 1 weapon, that's taking a 3+ down to a 4+.
Yeah.
And it's taking odds off. Whereas in 30k, if you have like a bolt gun,
Hmm.
you're not given any AP at all.
No, no.
So people still get the full armor saves.
Yeah.
I think that changed. So that the fact that you can have a cover save,
Yeah.
which works like an invulnerable save.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I
Especially on
quite like that
vehicles.
idea. Yeah.
Especially on vehicles as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. So I like the fact that it didn't minus anything to hit was a bit strange.
It was strange, but it does make it quicker.
Yeah. But then obviously the cover save.
Yeah.
And then what that does is it means, well, let's say you've got Terminators or something.
Mhm.
Well, there's no point even being in cover. Because your cover save and your invulnerable save is going to be the same. Like a Cataphracti with a 4+ invul.
Car factory, yeah, but
You might as well just march straight up the table.
what's the mark of armour for the 40k Terminators?
I think they're called Invictus or
They're 5+.
Indominus.
invul, aren't they?
Yeah,
So they benefit from cover.
yeah.
And
3.
Gorgons,
Gorgons.
I think they're 5+.
Yeah.
And there's some of them.
Yeah, some of
The
them
cat
5+.
factory
But
just walk in the open.
like I say, you've got more decisions like that. Like,
Yeah.
at what point is there no need to be in cover, and should you just
Always forward, full speed.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing I really liked was the damage value versus vehicles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rolling to penetrate and rolling to
Roll
see what happens. Because I think that's one of the things about modern 40k is vehicles having wounds. It's just a bit.
Meh.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
differentiate them enough.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, basically, this tank's got 20 wounds, this tank's got 30 wounds. Alright, that tank will last longer. Simple as
Yeah.
that. That is it.
Yeah.
This,
And I liked how generally when the tank's destroyed, it's just wrecked.
it's wreckage. Yeah, I quite like that.
It's like you can imagine them in there, like it takes a hit, the engine's gone, it's like right, debus.
Yeah. Out the bus.
Yeah.
Time to foot slug.
Yeah. So the scenario we did was a bit awkward, playing long ways.
Yeah. It was very awkward. It was long ways against long range army.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was a pretty one-sided fight, but it did let us see a lot of the rules.
Oh yeah, we saw a lot of the rules, yeah, especially the shooting rules.
But like I say, like even stuff like it just stuff wasn't as effective as it would have been in 40k.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the long range firepower wasn't taking whole armies off the table, and in fact, we both played Ultramarines and we gave John and Graham the Iron Warriors, and we let them have the first turn.
Yeah.
Oh, was that a bad mistake?
No, they
Wasn't
didn't
it?
actually kill very much.
No, because the idea was.
So I missed the
is,
first turn, I was still on the way back from work.
If you go first, you're at the furthest point away when you're shooting. From then onwards, you're always going to get closer.
Whereas if you
So if you tell the shooting army to go first, then their first shooting is worse.
yeah, whereas if you went first, you'd move
We'd
forward.
be getting ourselves closer to them.
Then they'd
Yeah.
get closer and fight. Yes, I get it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, sound tactically, I just think like Graham had deployed both armies, and he'd kind of shoved the Land Raider with all our good stuff behind the Arcas.
And
Yeah.
behind
And we-
terrain.
and we
There's a
couldn't-
lot of manoeuvring involved.
Yeah, we couldn't get it up the table fast enough.
But I did notice that when the land rates did start getting shot, it was just sugaring them
Oh
off.
yeah,
Like,
the Land Raider was hard as nails, which is making us think that these Spartans.
yeah, I'm quite worried about the Spartans. They are going to deliver Terminators into your line. It's going to happen.
Yeah, so was my Land Raider.
Yeah.
Zzz.
Oh yeah,
Land Raiders.
both of them. But there's a bigger squad coming out of the Spartan.
Yeah, they fit,
They will get there.
11 Terminators in a Spartan.
What it is
Because the Terminator counts as 2, doesn't
Does
it?
every Horus Heresy player playing a Legion is now going to have at least one Spartan
Yeah. With,
Oh,
with 10, 11.
with 11 Tartarus.
Yeah.
yeah. So that's
It's
going to be
like-
a lot of.
There's going to be an initial meta in the new Horus Heresy.
Yeah, well, this
revolving around
is
that.
what I mentioned this to Graham because I said this is a concern because you're having a lot of new people
With big
with
guys,
big stuff.
Yeah.
Because obviously you've got the Spartan and the Kratos in plastic, both massive tanks,
Yeah.
both going to have super high value, which means that the initial meta is you're going to need something to take out not super heavy because that's a different class, but have high armored tanks.
Yeah.
If you haven't got that, what are you going to do? I think that's one thing that Guerrilla Miniatures gives point out though, that his Spartan was pretty much invincible, but his las cannons weren't that great
No.
because he was fighting against a lot of infantry.
Yeah. It's like, okay, you've got 8 las cannons, kill 8 Marines, maybe. Yeah. It's like, you need to do more than that in a turn to make your points back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's here, but yeah, everybody's going to have.
So it's going to be interesting.
I think it's, to be honest, don't hate us for saying this, I think for the first couple of months, it's going to be very boring.
Do you think?
Yeah, it's going to be
Well, the thing is, it's going to be Spartan against Spartan.
Spartan against Spartan, Contempt against Contempt.
Terminators against Terminators.
Nah, that's it.
Yeah.
That is going to be it until people start
Well,
getting other bits and pieces.
We don't know the missions yet.
Yes, there is that.
Only tactical Marines are going to have the line infantry, aren't they? Which is probably going to be
Assault Marines
Assault Marines as
probably.
well.
Yeah.
But they're the only ones I think are going to be
Possibly
scoring.
breaches.
So, you're going to have these big things fighting against each other, but it might be your bolted guys that win the game, even if all they do is stand
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
But I just I think it's going to be quite boring because it is literally just going to be the exact same.
Yeah.
At least for the first.
Well, we're going to find out.
Yes, we will.
I think the other thing that was good though is the fact that you can't split fire from your vehicles,
Yeah.
which means that you can't have one unit dominate, because actually in bolt action, because bolt, I think 30k is closer to bolt action
And it is
than
40k, yeah.
But you can still have a tank with 4 machine guns on and shoot at 4 different targets,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which makes them like really powerful.
Yeah.
Whereas not being able to split your fire from a 30k tank,
It dialed it back as well.
and then
yeah.
having the snap fire and your secondary weapons if you move,
Yeah.
just
That
meant that your
and-
tanks weren't super dominating.
Like your 10-man veteran squad with 10 melter guns, like all 10 melter guns have to shoot the same thing.
Yeah,
Whereas if you could split, it might be, you know.
yeah.
5 and 5. 5 is that tank. 5
Well,
is
yeah,
that
because
tank.
that was one of my questions. Because I said to Grim, "Why have I got 10 guys in this Rhino
Like, why is
in
it
one
one squad of 10?
Why is it not 2 squads of 5?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, because it's a dedicated transport. So if you're buying a transport as a dedicated transport, only that unit can go on it."
Yeah, so you'd have to have 2 squads of 5 with 2 rhinos, wouldn't you?
Yeah, rather than.
Yeah,
Right, then you do that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, then you do that.
But yeah.
Yeah, for
I
that.
will say that if it's veterans rather than special support, can you only have one special weapon?
Oh,
Veteran?
God knows now. I don't
I
know.
think a
This might
veteran,
all change.
a
obviously.
veteran squad is like a 40k tactical squad.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
have your one special weapon and your one heavy weapon.
Yeah,
And I think
good
you can
deal.
stick a few combi weapons on extra and close
Mm-hmm.
combat weapons, but yeah, whereas your tactical squad is just all bolters.
Bull guns, yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. But it was a fun fight.
Yeah, it was actually fun to watch as well.
Yeah. It was nice of him to come up actually. I just thought he'd because obviously it's a lot of effort for him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, you've got a stranger off the internet message you saying, "Come and show us a game, bring everything."
You bring everything. Well, then this.
You know. I mean, like I say, to be fair though, if somebody said that to us with conflict,
We did.
and it was like, well, yeah, but I mean,
Oh yeah, the first day.
yeah, I suppose we did do that, but like I say, if somebody like in a gaming group like Durham Raiders or something was like, "Oh yeah, you guys come down and bring 2 conflict armies, the order dice and everything,"
Probably do it.
Probably would, but it is a lot. It still is quite a lot to ask of somebody that you've never met.
But it's would I do that alone, or would I do that with one of you guys? That's the difference, I suppose. He did it alone, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd do it on my own.
yeah. I mean, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would. I'm not sure where his buddies are based from his podcast, because I think they record online.
All right.
So I don't know if he's the most local to us.
Yeah.
But I know he used to run the Heresy Bunker at Battle
yeah.
Bunker,
Yeah.
he was saying. So I think he's like trying to get the Northeast scene going again,
Mm-hmm.
basically, because with obviously people listening to this from other parts of the world don't know the Battle Bunker was like the hub of wargaming in the Northeast,
Yeah.
with his like 40 or 50 tables or whatever.
I don't think it's quite
permanently
50
on.
tables.
No,
It was a lot,
It was a
though.
lot.
It was a lot.
It was probably at least 20.
It was
Which is a
It was
lot.
more than 20.
More than 20?
Oh yeah, because he definitely more than 20, because he had way more than. I think it must have been at least 25.
Anyway.
50 people.
Yeah, maybe 50 people for a 40k tournament. So it must be
25 tables.
25 tables.
Yeah.
It's still,
Plus
still.
the big tables at the same
Plus
time.
the 2 big tables.
Yeah.
Plus the one for the Bunker Live, which never actually happened, which was a bit of a shame.
The bunker live.
Yeah, he was going to do a live thing where we had one table set up with like webcams on, so you could do like a.
Like a COVID battle.
No, it was before COVID. It was like
Yeah.
so you could.
What was that really tall, bald guy
I
called?
don't know.
Oh,
Who used to film videos there?
I can't remember his name, but he's 6'5".
Yeah.
Anyway, they had a room set up for doing basically, not battle reports, but like battle reports, but
Yeah.
live, and you could just sit and edit it,
Alright,
and
okay.
then
Yeah.
stuff. But it never happened. I don't know why.
I've been in a time where there was somebody doing that, so there must have been like making a deal.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, anyway, so
Anyway, so-
Battle Bunker had to move.
Yeah. The
So
building's
now it's
closed.
just it's not really gaming
It's just a
destination.
shop with
Yeah.
a table in, which is a right shame.
It really is.
Yeah, and where it is now, it's, I think we mentioned this last week on the last podcast, it's too far away for us to pop out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
That's it.
it's about an hour for me.
And it's
Because I'm, what,
I'm the
15,
rest.
20
It's
minutes.
Sunderland City Centre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the city centre now.
What was yours? You had free parking.
Yeah. Free parking. It was off the main road, literally on the main road, pull straight in, you're there. Happy
Yeah.
days.
Yeah. It was
Now
great.
it's over the bridge, it's into the city, on the one-way system, park up. Nah, it's just too much of a shower now. Which is a right shame.
It really is.
Yeah.
So, after this game we've just had, this demo game, how are we feeling about Heresy? More pumped? Less
Yes.
pumped?
Yes.
More pumped. Yes.
More pumped.
I'm kind of stuck though. It's like I want to do stuff for it to be ready, but I also need to wait for it to
Yeah.
actually be out
Yes.
to know what I'm going to do.
Well, you could just do what I'm doing and just build what you like the look of.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Because you're going to need a lot of stuff eventually.
Well, we don't know yet, because we don't know.
We will need probably at least 2 squads of boater dudes, I suppose.
Yeah.
And
Well, if we're all buying the box, we're going to get that.
We're going to get 4.
yeah, well, I don't think everyone will buy the box because not everyone likes Mark 6 Marines. So,
I do know that I think there's a couple of lads from the club don't want the models.
yeah.
Oh, really?
I'm sure Andy only wants 2.
What, the Spartan?
I'm sure,
The Spartan and the Contemptor.
I think it's just the Spartan and the Contemptor, and maybe he's one of the.
The thing is, I don't want the models for the Death Guard.
Yeah.
Maybe the Contemptor, but not the Mark 6s and not the Spartan. And not the
Oh, I
Tartars.
haven't got a dog. Quick, me hand.
We'll take a break.
We're gonna take a break and we'll come back with our next segment. But yeah, the game's going to drop and we're probably all going to get it. Right, see you in a bit.
What is this?
Right, welcome back.
Yeah,
so
sorry about
we were
that.
just saying, yeah, some people want the new box for the box set, and some people just for the models, and some people
Just for the rules
just
and
for the rule
and
book.
a couple of models. So I think there's going to be quite a few on eBay and
Oh,
the groups online
Yeah.
of the Mark 6s are for sale.
It
Yeah.
probably will be.
Yeah.
yeah.
Which means it's probably not worth buying to sell.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, if depending on the price you get it for, it could be.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the Spartans and the Contemptors are going to be expensive from resellers.
Yeah.
I think the tactical Marines will be quite cheap because there'll be so many of them,
Yeah.
and then the Terminators will be whatever they are now.
And the thing is, like, 40 Boater Marines is enough for any army.
Yeah.
So, yeah, who's going to buy them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they've already got them.
Or they haven't got them because they can't afford the box set, but they can afford to buy
Yeah.
a squad of 40 Marines.
So the other thing is
Yeah.
that with the initial box,
Uh-huh.
there's going to be more boxes with less stuff in, same as they do with 40k. So you're going to be able to get the rule book and less models.
Well,
Do you think they're going to do that?
Yeah, they've already said that.
Oh, they have,
Yeah,
but with the 40k ones, with the cheaper boxes, you don't get the rule book, do you?
Yes, you do.
The full.
No, it's not the full one, it's the little piddly one.
Well, there you go.
But it's enough. It's enough to
Yeah.
play.
That's true.
Yeah. Depends if, see, the thing is, you know what it is? I can read Black Library books all day long,
Yeah.
and I can't read law out of a codex or a rule
You know,
book.
Max is really badly wrote.
It's just, I can't do it.
It's appalling.
I just really
Yes.
struggle. It's
It
just so
tries to
boring.
sound. It tries to sound like a history book. It doesn't achieve that.
Yeah, see, it's got to be in a like even in the really old codexes that were done as like little stories,
Yeah.
and now it's just like, ugh.
Although there's because this is all one event,
Yeah,
it might be better in the Horus Heresy book.
yeah. I mean,
Hopefully.
there's going to be a lot of pictures.
Could be much worse.
Yeah.
Right, so should we get on to our next segment,
Yep.
which is Macca's 13 Commandments?
So me and Liam, I've not heard any of these.
No.
I don't even have a clue who he's on about.
So
Gonna
it's a
spring
guy
them
on
on us.
YouTube who does a channel called The Outer Circle, and he's an absolute salt miner.
Assault man.
To be honest, I think he's basically a troll at this point, just looking for the reactions.
Yeah.
So why we're doing a segment on him then?
Yeah, why we're helping him here.
Well, I just want to see what you think of these hobby commandments.
Hobby commandments.
Hobby commandments. So,
Alright, okay.
because some of them have a bit of merit. So a lot of the stuff he says has merit, and then he just
Goes off on one.
goes too far.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Number one.
Don't buy bars before you've paid anything.
the background is as malleable as sales demand.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh,
So
he's trying to sound all philosophical. Oh, what a knob.
Basically complaining that they've said, oh yeah, everyone can use Mark 6 at any time point in the heresy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Games Workshop have decided to say that that's a fact, even though it wasn't originally. So
I
he's
agree.
upset about it.
I don't have a problem with it.
No, you are.
So here's the thing. What trumps everything?
As the company that owns it.
No. It's cool models.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
it's really cool.
You bring out a cool model, let everyone use it.
Yes, but then you got they're Mark 6s, but they're not Mark 6s. They're just Biggie Marines, and Biggie Marines
So,
have been around.
although-
Biggie Marines have been around since Rogue
He's
Trader.
already wrong because there is Mark 7 in the Horus Heresy.
Yeah.
So there you go.
But that's what I'm saying. But there's Rogue Trader. There's Biggie Marines, and that's
And also-
that's old.
Doesn't matter.
No. So
Because, it doesn't matter because there's no difference between the marks.
So I suppose here's
Marine's
the thing.
Marine.
If you were playing bolt action
Yeah.
and you were playing in a tournament or a campaign day and it was early war,
yeah.
and someone brought the German army,
Yeah.
But
and they
late
had,
war.
let's say they had the right vehicles for early war,
Yeah.
but they used late war infantry models
Mm-hmm.
with like I say, the same right weapons, but just the models had the
Just
wrong
not WYSIWYG.
uniforms.
Yeah.
So let's say they had like I don't know, like the smocks and everything from the Eastern Front.
Well, oh, how about
So-
they had that cardboard uniform?
Yeah.
You know, like April 45,
Yeah.
rather than actual cloth.
Okay. Well, anyway, you
If
see
you
my
haven't
point. Like,
seen Jojo Rabbit, you need to see
no,
it.
I've never
Yeah.
seen it. But what? So, how would you feel about that?
I don't care.
You wouldn't care, would you?
No.
So,
No, no.
like if you put it into that context, you would just be like, "What difference does it make?" You
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
even
care if he brought modern Germans.
To be fair, if this
I
guy,
mean, that might.
if this is his first one, the guy's a knob, and he's looking for this. He's wanting this.
right.
Well, although we've actually agreed with them, though, haven't we?
What?
Saying that the law can
Oh,
change
yeah.
depending on.
Yeah.
Like, you can. It's called.
Actually, no, I'm not.
Hang on,
I'm
no.
not
I'll
agreeing.
stop there. It's called make believe. It isn't real. It isn't
Yeah.
real history. It
Yeah.
can be anything JW decided to be, and because we like JW games, we played them. It is as simple as that.
I'm not saying the law's malleable. I'm saying it doesn't matter as much as
Yeah.
the models.
Right. So number 2.
Okay, here we go.
Only you need to be happy with your hobby, but not everyone needs to congratulate you for your efforts.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's normal.
I mean that's life, really.
Yeah. Yes, I think I created this model well, but I don't need anybody to tell us that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really sure what is.
I'm not. Yeah, it's what?
I don't know. I get what he's saying.
If you were 12.
I think maybe he's having to go at like Instagrammers and stuff,
Here, look at my model. Isn't
What
it
about
fantastic?
Instagrammers?
Getting likes.
getting likes and
Look
stuff.
at my
like
model.
that.
Isn't it
Yeah.
fantastic? Oh, look, my model's so bad, but it's actually really good. No. I'm not 12, but I don't need constant.
Okay, but the
Tell-
other side of that is like I look at models on Instagram because I like to look at models.
Yes.
If there wasn't people putting them on there,
Yes.
I wouldn't have anything to look at.
But it's the
Yeah.
it's the people wanting validation of how good they are. That's the bit he's seeing.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not 12. I don't need validation that my models look good. If I think I look good, they look good.
Yeah.
If they don't look good, I don't really care. They're red and they run across the board and die. I don't really care.
Yeah. The other thing with that is like what I've noticed, because I've done Instagram quite a lot compared to used to, is that the actual quality of your paint job of your model never comes into account.
It's the lighting.
It's not even. I don't even know what it is. It's just absolute randomness.
Yeah.
You can put like the picture of my rhino tank that had exploded is my most liked picture this
Really?
year.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, can't explain it, but it just took off.
Oh,
So right, Anyway,
Actually, you know what it was? Because you were giving people a reason to comment on it.
maybe. Yeah.
So, have you ever seen these videos on Facebook where someone will do something monumentally stupid? And you think, what are they doing? So I've heard the idea of this is to produce these things, no one's going to make that reaction to get you to interact with it.
No, right.
Like you go on and comment saying what you're doing, you shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's another theory that says if you want to know something on Facebook,
Say it wrong.
don't
Say it wrong,
don't ask for. Don't ask what something is. Say that it's something else.
Yeah.
And somebody's bound to come on and correct you.
Yeah.
Especially in the geek, especially in the geek world.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Number 3. There is such a thing as toxic positivity. If you were kicked in the balls twice a day, you shouldn't be grateful on the day when you are only kicked once.
You just try to be a philosopher. Shut up. Next.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Next.
So
Well, this clearly needs more context.
So I think
I mean, is he being paid to being kicked in the balls? Is that what's going on?
I think he does go into more context on his video, but I think basically he's just a bit like he's unhappy with what Games Workshop are giving him at the minute.
Then don't buy it. Buy something else.
Well,
Yeah.
well, actually, hang on. Oh, I see. So is he? So someone will say, "Yeah, but you're getting stuff from Games Workshop,"
I don't know. I don't
and he's
care.
saying, "Yeah, but
I'm sorry. I don't care.
oh, okay."
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be getting free stuff from Games Workshop.
Not with this
Not with
attitude.
these videos. No. Right, number 4. Gatekeeping is only bad when it's done for reasons beyond the control of the person or their personal beliefs, such as race, religion,
No.
disabilities,
All gatekeeping
so
is
long
bad.
as they do not bring harm to others.
All gatekeeping is bad.
I agree with Liam.
So this depends what you mean by
No.
gatekeeping, though.
Keeping people out of the hobby.
So let's say somebody turned up at the club and they said, right, we want to play force on force, which we were just talking about.
Yes.
I'm going to use these goblins.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Would you play?
Yeah.
So Joel set up. He set up.
Okay, so the
He
thing
set
is,
up
right?
Mogadishu to
Right.
be real, and
But-
then somebody else is like, yeah,
Drops
I'm,
you
Yeah,
goblins,
but-
I'm going to
fine.
use goblins.
And I will say no. That's not gatekeeping.
So what's the difference between you saying no?
The difference
And
is me
gatekeeping.
saying
If
you're not
No,
playing
no.
this right.
like if he was playing against Stu, so this some guy was so like no, not even any of us. 2 guys turned to the club who's never been in the club before. Both paid to play.
Yeah.
Both decided they want to play Mogadishu with goblins and elves. Right.
Right.
That's up to them to do.
Right.
Gatekeepers in with we and over. You can't play with them. They're the wrong ones. That's gatekeeping. If he went to me, or would you like to play this with me, goblins and elves? I'd be no, because it's not right. But it's up to you. If you want to play it with your friends, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
But it's not for me.
yeah, that makes sense.
But
You've worded that a lot better.
Yeah.
but if he was playing with his mate and we went, oh, you can't do that. You're using the wrong models. I've had that enclosed before, mind. And he said, oh, you can't use that model because technically he's shut up, go away before I hit you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, that kind of thing.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
But-
yeah.
So all
Okay.
gatekeeping is bad.
Okay. Next one. Oh, that's the same one twice. Number 5. All people are free to do as they please with their hobby. Nobody can force you to hobby a certain way, but also they do not need to entertain your ideas.
Yes.
99% agree. The 1% disagree is actually the can, because there's some stuff you can do in your hobby that's illegal.
I mean,
Depends
suppose.
on your hobby. But,
I'm not really sure.
but
I'm not sure what you're getting at, but I'm
moving
not sure
swiftly
you
on.
should say it online. I think,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, to be honest, I've done that booting marine,
Uh-huh.
and that's very divisive, very Marmite.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are just like, why have you even done that? And then other people are like, oh, that's class, I want the files for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, but that's why I did it.
Yeah.
I did it on purpose to get a reaction like that.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to see who the proper grognards were.
But what was his comment? He said you can do whatever you want.
I think so.
Yeah, you can just do whatever you want, just other people don't have to like it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the
life.
thing though, but if you want to play games with these people, you're going to have to compromise in
Yes.
some way.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
That's different.
So, for example, Joel, who's our mate, has made a character for his Night Lords out of Mephiston,
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
which looks pretty cool.
It does. It's really cool.
But he wants to run that as Curse,
Yeah.
and I don't think it works as Curse
Why?
because it's way too small to be a Primarch.
Oh.
It just doesn't look like a Primarch. It looks like a Space Marine
I
character.
think he's going to run him as a Night Hunter.
Yeah,
But I don't think he's going to run him as Curse. I think he's going to run him as a Night Hunter.
Isn't he?
Curse is the Night Hunter.
No, a Night Hunter
I'm
is
not
a...
sure.
Alright, okay.
Alright, so
I don't know the
thought
Night
he
Lords
meant
that well.
Curse.
I think
But like I
that's-
say, I'm absolutely happy for him to run it as a Praetor, a Captain, a Champion, a Librarian, a Chaplain. Have I said Chaplain?
Yes.
Like,
he's-
everything
he's
like
not,
that.
He's not too
Okay,
small.
so then the question comes.
No,
right?
I'll stop you there because he's just the same size as a 30k Primarch. The ones from the Primarch series aren't actually massive.
Curse is nearly twice his height.
No.
I've seen the models.
Alright, so here's the question, right?
That's 'cause he's on a board
Joel
thing.
asks you for a game of 30k. He says, I am using my Conrad Kurt,
Yeah.
right? Which is the Mephisto model. Do you refuse to play it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why sometimes you do have to entertain somebody else's idea.
Yeah,
So I'm not going to say to them, oh, I'm not playing you because I don't like that proxy or that conversion.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So sometimes you do have to come to a point where you go, well, you know what? That's not something I would do.
If it's in the right base,
Yeah, so long as it's not modelling for advantage.
yeah, I'm not
No.
asked.
Yeah, it's mad, does it?
Yeah, because you've got to think. 7th, you had rules in the books for
I
models.
mean, let's
No,
think.
7th, you had rules in the books for models that didn't exist.
Yeah.
Especially the
What are you going to
demon
do
stuff.
when you face the Alpha Legion and everyone's Alpharian?
Of course. Including you.
Who's he? He's Alpharian?
Right. Number 6. Silencing discussion doesn't improve the hobby. It merely shields people from opinions they may not like.
Yeah.
So you're saying censorship is bad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, there's a lot of... I think this is a hit at a lot of the Facebook
I feel as
groups.
though this is targeted at someone.
Has somebody huffed him recently?
Maybe it's, but there's Facebook groups, and actually I'm not in very many 30k
I'm in-
Facebook
Okay,
groups.
so if
Because
this is
I
about
put a-
Facebook groups,
Yeah.
I need to change some opinions here. Because,
Facebook groups are bad on a whole.
not just that, but putting stuff that is clearly 40k in the 30k group does annoy me. If I wanted to see a picture of a Tau and Tyranids fighting each other, I wouldn't be in the 30k group.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
But
that one.
I think what a lot of it is, like, for example, we had the leaks thing from earlier, but as well, like, when I got the Tortuga Bay Terminators,
Yeah.
and I put them in 30k Facebook groups, people deleted them straight away. I'm like, these aren't Games Workshop models. You can't put pictures of them in this Facebook group. And I'm like, I don't understand why that's a rule.
I
And
think
they're like, oh, well, we don't want Games Workshop to shut down our group. But I'm like, well, Games Workshop doesn't run Facebook.
no.
No, but
They
they,
can't shut down.
but they think they do. You've got to remember,
so I don't-
most people in our hobby aren't the brightest,
No.
and they believe that the internet is God. And if there's a company on the internet, they run that group you're on. They
I-
don't.
I don't know if Games Workshop can do this.
No, they can't.
Okay, but I'm going to say,
If
if
the-
Games Workshop can do this, I agree with them.
If-
If Games Workshop can't do this, I disagree with
If the group was to say official
them. Yeah.
Games Workshop,
Yeah.
Games Workshop 40k models per game.
Oh yeah, if it was
Not-
their own Facebook group.
No,
But that's why
Warhammer 40k.
that's why
Rangers.
Games Workshop shut down their own message boards, because they couldn't keep on top of the moderation.
Or that, there's a load of 12-year-olds shouting at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know the worst records, they were all like 40, 50-year-old shouting at each other.
Okay.
That-
They're all
that's-
mentally 12-year-olds
Yes,
shouting at each other.
there we go. That's it. That's it. We're out there now. But,
Right, number 7.
Oh,
Bad ideas must always be challenged. Games Workshop isn't right because they write the rules.
Yeah, they are.
Humans and fallible. If they weren't, they wouldn't be day one FAQs.
if they do what they want, if they write the
It's
rules, the
their
rules
product.
wrong. Yeah. If they don't, if,
you don't have to
Oh, yeah.
play it.
yeah, if we,
I think the point here is though is that when people are going, well, they wrote it, so it must be right,
yeah,
when it's clearly wrong.
like rules written, rules.
Okay,
yeah,
so here's the thing, right? It's like any sport, right, has to have a set of rules, and then rules has to have a governing body to decide what those rules are.
yes, that's GW.
It just so happens that it is a company which also sells the models
Yeah,
that does this.
yeah.
So what that enables is someone from Australia can go to America and play the same game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there is a governing body determining the rules.
And yes, there's FAQs because they make a set of rules, and yes, something gets overpowered. Who cares?
Yeah.
Something's OP, right? Mint. You've got to then rebuild your army to play against, or work it, or change your game style to play against that model.
So it's,
but rather than us doing that, you get the 40-year-olds who are actually 12-year-olds online. Oh, Game Workshop, this is so bad. This model kills it. So what?
Yeah.
I
hate it when they do that.
This is one of the places where the 40k competitive community is actually really good.
Really good.
Because something new will drop and they'll go, oh, well, that's broken. There's no point even buying into that because I know they're going to FAQ it.
Yeah.
Because they've made a typo.
Oh, yeah. Or this is so broken, here's an amazing army using it. Go win the tournament.
Yeah. Just do it. I don't care.
But they know that it's wrong. They accept that it's wrong,
Yeah.
whereas some people will be like, well, that's what they've written, so it's right.
In a way,
For a
yes,
day.
these Games Workshop is not always right. They can't tell you how to play the game. But if you say, I'm going to have a game of 30k with you, then you're saying what you're going to use.
Yeah. I mean, for a long time in Bolt Action, flame tanks were banned from every event.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were super powerful.
Yeah.
And the Warlord Games people must have known.
Oh, yeah, they just didn't care.
They just weren't bothered.
Yeah.
And Games Workshop's not like that. They will put out the FAQs and they will admit that they've made the mistakes or that, we wanted to see what it was like with a wider audience before we changed it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad thing.
In a sense, they are really good at doing
Yeah,
that.
I think
I understand when the FAQ thing because they've had a typo or they've wrote it wrong. But when they just make a rule with a model which is made, it's like, just leave it.
Yeah.
Yes,
that,
that model's. Yeah. But like I say, when Tau came out, when that last Tau drop came out, it was like, this weapon's so powerful, blah blah. Well, who cares?
I think part
leave
of it
it.
would be
I don't play Tau. I'll happily play against that list. Be a laugh. It'll be difficult.
Like different types of games playing against each other. So you have your super competitive against your lax player.
Yeah.
It causes issues. Two super competitive players will have a great time.
Yes.
Two lax players will have a great time.
I've got me.
It's a lack of communication about what they're going to do.
I've got 4. I've got 4 different 2k lists, me bloody angels, for 40k.
Yeah.
I've got a horde killer, an armor killer, a that guy list, and a hilarious list.
Yeah.
And that which is a fun list, which is just models I like.
Yeah.
Depending on who I'm playing, I'll say, what kind of game do you fancy? Do you fancy a competitive game?
Yeah.
Or a bit of a laugh?
Yeah.
Basically, a bit of a laugh game. It's all Death Company. It's all Death Company with jetpacks. It's hilarious.
So was it you who wiped out Joel on turn 1 where he rage quit?
No, that wasn't me.
Who was that?
I don't know, but it wasn't me.
Because he was like, oh yeah, I lost 1,000 points in my 1750 army on turn 1 and I just decided to not play.
Well, he should have deployed in cover, shouldn't
It wasn't me.
You sure it wasn't you?
I might have killed quite a few of us, but
it wasn't that many.
It wasn't that many. No, that wasn't even. It wasn't that guy list either. That was just.
No, but that's what I mean. Like,
it's
40k balance.
To be fair though, he was playing Imperial Guard, and Imperial Guard haven't had an update for about 25 years.
Well, that a new one.
But this is the point though. Why, like, where's the balance at? Do you know what I mean? That's the point. Is Games Workshop right in saying, well, Imperial Guard are crap? So we're not going to make
well, right, okay, so I'm going to phrase this differently. Right. In a Games Workshop ran event,
yes,
using Games Workshop rules,
yes,
Games Workshop all right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything else is for the two people playing to decide.
I mean, we've all had house rules for stuff and that.
Oh yeah.
It's like you can't do that because it's just doing that's a dick move. Don't do it.
Yeah,
we don't do that. Or don't run that list.
Actually, what I find the worst thing is going somewhere and a house rule being sprang on you.
Yeah.
They're like, well, you're not playing 40k anymore then if you're doing this.
Yeah.
See, I don't think we've got any house rules at the club.
No.
No, we haven't. I've had quite a few games of 40k now. I've had no house rules on us. I've played against Tau, Sisters,
there was one in Marvel.
Which one?
Because they were saying that Hulk doesn't generate energy when he gets hit. And they were saying that because it makes him too powerful, but he does.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Just like everyone else, he generates energy when he gets hit.
I don't think Hulk's powerful because Brian seems to lose every game.
Alright, I destroyed his entire team with Hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because he doesn't understand how to play that player.
Right.
Anyway.
But
that's just an example.
What was that? Number 7, right? So we're going on number 8.
Yep, number 8.
Criticism, where asked for, should be fair and even-handed. Encourage people to do better, but don't needlessly hype up poor work, as you'll only hamper their growth long term.
Yeah, if somebody asks for criticism, give them criticism. Give them constructive criticism. If they've asked for it, yeah.
Okay, so I would say only say what could be done better.
Yes. He's asked for constructive criticism.
Don't just say it looks pants.
No. Somebody asked for constructive criticism.
Yeah.
You give them constructive
So what about
criticism.
don't needlessly hype up poor work,
Don't.
as you'll hamper their growth long term?
What would you do, if I went you, what would you do to make this tank better? You go, nothing, it's mint. I'm like, I'm a bit better. But you know that you could do X, Y, Z to make it better.
Okay.
But that'll make me think that that's the pinnacle of painting. When you know you could give me advice to make it better.
So, right.
That's hampering,
I'm going
it's
to
not
out
making me better.
myself here, right? On Discord groups and whatnot, people will post pictures of their work, and I will always say it looks good, or give them a thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
These aren't my actual opinions.
No, because they're not asking for you. They're not on there. They are not asking you for an opinion.
Yeah.
They're just
And I do
quoting.
this because to put a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well that's it.
If
It's not necessarily their particular paint job. It's their particular paint job based on whatever they've put in
Yeah.
and what their last paint job looked like.
Yeah. And if
That's the best thing
if I
you can
just-
do. That's amazing.
if I just post a picture, what likes?
Mm-hmm.
Here's my latest model.
Mm-hmm.
If I post, it's my latest model, I'm not quite happy with it. What do you guys think I could do to it?
Yeah.
Then you go, right, I think your sword's done wrong.
Uh-huh.
Change the colour, change the way you've done the fade.
Yeah.
Or your plasma colour, I think you went the wrong green for your plasma green. It doesn't pop enough. Yes, that's constructive criticism. Yes, give us that. If I just post a picture up,
I would also say, whilst you're doing that, say something that also looks good.
yeah, I like how you've done X.
Yeah.
I like how you've done the eyes.
Mm-hmm. Like go
I
one
mean,
for one.
Yeah.
usually, to be honest, painting skill doesn't really matter that much, because I'm not a very good painter, and my stuff looks great. Not to blow my own horn, but it does. But what I do is I make great colour choices.
Oh, well, I mean,
Do you
that's
know
part
what
of
I mean?
painting.
But I've got terrible brush skill, but I make great colour choices.
Is that why you're using airbrush now?
Pretty much. But you would never, you don't look at that model and go, oh, that's awful. If you zoomed right in and went to pick it apart, you'd find a million things wrong.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah,
from
but-
a distance, you would think, oh, they look great.
When we call it
because-
3 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
3 foot rule.
because if you have good colour choices,
Mm-hmm.
nobody even thinks, oh, look at it. So when you see beginner painters like children, they go, right, they get the Space Marine, let's say they want to paint a Blood Angel, paint all the armour red, and they go, right, I'm going to do the pouches in this brown, because they've only got one brown.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Clashes badly with the red, but they don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
They paint the base the bright green that comes in the box, because they've only got one green.
Yeah.
Clashes badly with the red, but they don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
They slap silver on everything,
Yeah.
because they haven't got a gunmetal, they've only got bright silver.
Yeah.
Clashes badly, they don't know that.
Yeah.
And even if they painted it perfectly,
Mm-hmm.
brush
gonna look bad,
wise, it's going to look bad
Yeah.
because of the colour choice. Whereas the other way around, if they painted it terribly, brush wise, but had the right colours,
Looks good.
it would look good until you
That's
look
basically
close.
how I paint.
So if you would paint from 3 foot away in a dimly lit club, colour choice is so much more important.
3 foot away and then we like club sounds like most Saturday nights.
It's so colour choice is so
Like
much
back
more
in the- back in the
important
day
than
anyway.
any painting skill.
Actually cut me that time in a nightclub.
Mm.
God, I'm getting old.
Yeah, right.
So I would say that colour choice is part of painting.
Yeah.
But yeah, if somebody asks for criticism, give them criticism, but
The
don't
whole
be a knob
colour
about it.
theory is part of painting.
But I mean, it all comes with
it's
experience.
all design as well.
Yeah, it all comes with experience. Like, you don't know it until you've done it.
Well, not only that, but I would say look in the codexes and everything. Look at the pictures, because the people painting them understand this as well. That's
Yeah.
why
Wow.
they have certain colours on certain things.
I mean, I hate a lot of the heavy metal paint jobs because they make terrible colour choices.
Like, which ones?
Them new Leagues of Votan,
I don't even
the
know what that
squat
is.
things.
I was thinking of all the Space Marines, really.
Yeah, that's what they call the squads. A lot of the Blood Bowl teams they put out just look really bad.
Oh, they do.
And then when you see them painted by someone else, you go, hold on a minute, these look class.
Yeah.
And it's the heavy metal, they've just made terrible colour choices.
Okay. I meant more like the basic Space Marine stuff.
Yeah, Space Marines, you can't go wrong,
Like,
really.
choosing what colours they have is not being by accident.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Right. Number 9. Competitive and narrative both have their place.
Yes.
Do not confuse the two
Yeah.
and become upset when you end up in the wrong one. Simply move along.
We've been through this.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I think, yeah, definitely.
If we've both got a that guy list. We all have. Everybody knows. Everybody's got a that guy list, a torment spec list to put together to go. I'm going to annoy you now.
So here's what annoys me about this is when you get accused of trying to play to win.
Oh, we all.
But that's what you're there for.
Yeah, we're all there to win.
So there's a difference between playing to win
In playing to being no.
Yeah, just like, let's say for example we went to play Magic the Gathering, and Liam, you've never played before.
Nope.
So if you went and bought a deck from a shop that cost a tenner, and went to play against, like, say my Merfolk deck, which is worth what, about 100 quid,
Yeah.
not including the fake cards.
Yeah.
So if you were buying it for real, it would be worth about 500 quid. So a 500 quid deck versus the tenner deck,
Yeah.
I'm never going to lose. You're never going to be able to beat me at that game.
Yeah.
So if I took that deck to play you instead of one of my other tenner decks, if I brought that out and said, "Oh yeah, I'll teach you how to play. I'm going to use this deck,"
yeah,
that would be a bit of a dick move.
Yeah.
Okay, but that like
So-
introducing someone in first games
yeah,
is different.
yes,
Yeah.
massively.
But then let's say if you're at a club,
I'm teaching Alex kill team week after next,
All right.
and I'm just running. She's running Little Tom's sisters, and I'm just running a 5-minute set squad
Yeah.
because I'm not a dick.
Okay, a better analogy would be if we played 40k or we played Conflict, we're gonna put together a strong list to play against each other.
Yeah,
and
we
we're
are.
gonna try and win.
Well,
Yes, we do.
no, I'm going to say we're going to try and win, but I don't think we've ever really tried to build super strong lists in Conflict.
Well, Conflict was a bad example because it's hard to do that in there.
Yeah, but
Like we've never went.
But
like,
40k.
yeah.
So do you remember that first time I brought in them tower missiles?
I didn't play as well.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
But like, that was the point.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like when the Blood Angel Smash Captain,
Yeah.
Smash Captain, and the Librarian
Like,
Dread will
I don't
kill
like
us.
it if I'm playing against someone and I'm losing badly and then they go easy on me.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
no.
No.
You keep playing. You keep making your best moves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's introducing somebody to a game or teaching me a game.
It's
Yeah.
different, yeah.
You don't play that guy list. Playing against you two. I'd probably play that guy list against one of you because we like to play. We're like,
So the point I was making is that you're there to win as well.
Yes.
Like, you don't arrange a game of football
To
to
lose.
just pass the ball.
No. Yeah, so that's it. Playing against a new player, yes, you'd take a lower list, you'd take a basic list. Playing against a veteran player, for instance,
Yeah.
you'd take a nasty list.
And at the same time, if you're playing against a veteran player and they choose to take like a thematic lore-wise list that isn't powerful,
Yeah.
they've chosen to do
Yes.
that. They know the limitations.
Because that's what when people are playing against, I always put in the group, in like the private message when we're chatting about playing a game. So playing a game of X, Y, Z, playing against 40k, obviously playing against Tau, Orcs, Chaos, whatever.
Yeah.
And they go, I'm bringing a fluffy list.
Yeah.
It's like, right, I'll bring my fluffy list.
Yeah.
You guys, if they go, I'm test playing a nasty list. I'm going, right, I'll bring my nasty list.
And you know what is a better example for this? Is Blood Bowl.
Yes.
Because some teams are just worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are just
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, if
If you decide to take a worse team, you
like
know what's on
Orphans, yeah.
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 But yeah, I get that, yeah.
you. Yeah.
Right. Number 10. You don't have to like a new thing just because it's new.
Yeah.
Take a step back and remove the hype from any situation before you decide to purchase.
Yes.
Sit on it for a week and then see if you still want to buy said item.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah,
But also,
massively.
getting into something new is also fun.
Yeah.
Buying things is fun.
I mean, I
Getting
get
that parcel in
So,
the post, no man up is fun.
with the Horus Heresy 2.0 box set. I'm not going to take this advice
Absolutely
because
not.
I don't.
We're
want it
all
to sell-
getting it.
I don't want
And
it
if
to
it turns
sell
out to
out.
be terrible.
But
If it turns out to be terrible, I've got a really cool Mark 6 Blood Angel army.
But I did really like the Sisters of Battle when they came out and didn't buy them. And I'm kind of glad I didn't
Couldn't
buy
buy them.
Couldn't buy
them.
them.
The Black Templar box as well.
Yeah.
I really like that. Didn't buy it. Now I'm not really fussed
Mm.
that I didn't buy it. So I don't think I've ever felt regret for not buying any models.
To be fair, I don't think there's anything came out in the past couple of years that I've went, I'm going to buy that and then not bought it. Or went, I'm going to buy that and bought it.
So, yeah.
There's been nothing that's caught my attention to buy.
So, because we're talking about Horus Heresy here.
Yes.
This is different when there's a new edition of the game released.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone you know is getting into it and everyone's hyped about it. That's
Yeah.
totally different.
I know, it's exactly the same.
I mean, it's different than being a new Battle Sisters box.
No, it's... oh, yes, yeah.
Because you want to get into the game all your
Like,
mates.
we're doing this as a group.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, it's your hobby and it's your social.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's maybe something that he's missed in all of his stuff, is he hasn't took the social...
Has he got,
Like
social,
the
has, he
real
got
life.
has he got a social life?
Because it all seems to be based on internet socialising and not real world socialising.
Two massively different things.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, I mean, I get what he's saying, but at the same time, things do sell out. At the minute, with COVID and stuff, especially, shipping
COVID
delays.
doesn't exist anymore.
Well, there's still shipping delays to Australia
What's
and
that phrase?
America.
In these times. or
So,
something.
so like I said...
COVID doesn't exist because there's a war in Ukraine.
Yeah. So if you want... Well, that's
It's been off the bottom of the news.
I don't know. Has that finished? Has
Well,
that
it's
finished
not on
now
the
as
news.
well?
It's not on the news.
I don't know anymore.
but
It's
still-
cost of living
No,
crisis.
sorry, no. It's monkeypox. Monkeypox is
Oh,
on
it's
now.
monkeypox
That's
now.
it. Monkeypox.
Right.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So, yeah.
Anyway.
Like I say, things do sell out. So you've got to make your own decisions, really, with it. Nobody else can tell you whether to buy something or not.
Well, we're all buying this because if it is crap and it ends up being a really bad game system, we've all got Spartans and Comp Tempers and
Yeah.
Mark 6 Marines for our 40k.
I mean, I don't think it will be.
No.
Nor do I, but there is that. If
Yeah.
it does, it's thankfully it's a game system that can be then transferred into something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can sell stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, like the rule books from the last edition are still probably worth a ton.
You think?
Even though they're going out of date, people are still going to want them to collect.
I think
Yeah.
I think Rogue Trader rulebook's still £50.
Right, number 11. Always seek to improve yourself and your hobby. You may not achieve it, but there will probably always be someone better than you. But that should never be your barrier to self-improvement.
Disagree. Do what you want.
I mean, yeah, your hobby's never improved.
No, it hasn't. I've been painting the same
You've been
skill.
painting the same for the
At
last
least
20 years.
you've hit a level.
Like,
I've hit a level and I'm staying at
It's
it.
not that I've plateaued. I've just chose to stay here.
Exactly, it's so much easier.
but you know what? Like I say,
Is that so when you do?
But he's-
Is that so when you paint a character, you can put more effort in that one character, and it goes, "Oh, that looks." Everybody goes, "That looks fantastic."
I'm happy where I am.
Yeah,
yeah.
same. Yeah, it's like you all know my.
You do you.
You all know I'm a slow painter.
You've got to make a choice when you pick up a model to paint. You choose how you want to paint that model.
Yeah.
Do you want to spend a lot of time on it, or do you just want it done for the
Yeah.
tabletop?
Yeah.
And like, so when I went for my 40k Space Marines, I did like my own chapter based on the Carcharodons, but not quite. And my goal for that army was to have an army where if I got a new unit for it, I could have it built and painted in a week. So I made a colour scheme that was really simple and really easy.
Was that the grey, silvery grey one?
Yeah, grey and black.
Yeah.
But it's so easy to paint
Yeah.
that I could do a whole unit in a week. No matter what model it was, I knew I could get it done in a week. Whereas if I'd went for something daft like Emperor's Children, 40k wise, it's an absolute nightmare to paint anything. Or like Harlequins, it's a nightmare to paint anything. If you want it to look decent, you have to put
You know,
more
just make
effort
the right colour choices.
So it's just one of the things. Like I say, Sisters of Battle, I'm glad I never got into them because the models are so detailed and complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're mint though.
They are really good
Yeah,
models.
they are.
But
but
that
they are-
and each model is going to take a lot of work.
Yeah.
Whereas,
Whereas I'm willing to do a whole Death Guard army because each model does not take a lot of work.
yeah.
No, except me,
Well, like you
my,
said,
my
you-
Horde Space Marine army. All red.
Mhm.
Done.
But you don't need to improve if you don't want to.
No.
Yeah.
You don't need to improve for other people either.
No.
Like if that's how you paint, then that's how you paint.
I think we're lucky with our club that, to be honest, nobody in our club's a dick about how well or how badly your models are painted.
No. No.
And if anybody is, I will happily ask them to leave. Politely or impolitely.
Is that gatekeeping?
No, if somebody's gonna no if somebody's gonna start insulting somebody's paint
Yeah,
work,
that's different. Yeah.
they will be asked to leave politely first.
Okay.
They're not so politely.
Number 12. Guide the community around you when they have questions rather than raging at their ignorance.
Yeah,
So I think this is
Basic.
another one aimed at the internet.
that's just basic
In
stuff.
general,
Yeah.
that's the internet. in
Could you
general,
summarise this as being adult?
Yeah,
isn't it? Yeah.
majority of these 13 being adult.
But like I say, this is never going to come up in real life, is it?
No.
Like you're not gonna have somebody walk up to your table when you're playing and go, "Oh, hold on, what happened there? Did you just roll for this rule? I think I've been doing it wrong in my games." And they're gonna turn around and go, "Oh, noob, piss off." That's never gonna happen in real life, is it? Do you know what I mean? They're just gonna help you out. And
Not in this world, in the people we played games with. I think in some of the situations, that some of the let's say ultra fucking I saw that ultra geeks. Yes, they will get angry
So the thing
because
comes to
they've
mind.
got no social skills.
Do you remember the first tournament we went to at the Battle Bunker?
Yes,
And the guy was playing his Thousand Suns wrong
yes,
because everything gets an improvement on the armor save.
yes,
That would be fine to inform him of that. I
Mhm.
think.
yes.
To say actually you're doing this wrong because he's making it worse for
From
himself.
himself, yeah.
And also, you had a game against the Space Wolf guy.
yeah. Oh yeah, he didn't. It wasn't his army because he brought an illegal army and he had to borrow one.
Right.
So I was telling him all of his army
I
rules that he
remember that,
didn't
yeah.
know, and I got absolutely smashed in his first game because the guy he played against in his first game didn't tell him any of them.
Yeah.
Despite
Does
the
this
fact that
relate
he
to this thing?
No,
What was it
really,
again?
Don't rage at people when they have questions.
No, it's
Guy
not
can-
really related at all, is it?
Yeah.
I mean that's
Where
one.
was that going?
No idea, because I went off on a tangent as well.
Yeah. I
That's
think-
now new for me, that.
right. Number 13.
Actually, yeah, so if he was playing it wrong, don't rage at him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Number
Yeah.
13, the last one. Actually, just getting on that, I was a bit upset because of something I did wrong. I didn't realise dreadnoughts couldn't deploy on top of a building.
Oh,
Even though the building was like a landing pad with a ramp.
Yeah, so
Whereas-
it wasn't
I-
just dreadnoughts. You couldn't put vehicles on the
You
building.
couldn't put anything on, but I
even though
was
it's
like,
clearly designed to
yeah,
hold a
and I was
vehicle.
like, but this seems right. But by the rules, that like every game we would have played at home or at our club would have been fine.
Yeah.
But at this tournament, it wasn't fine. I was just like, well, I've deployed the rest of my army because I was going to put this dude on there, and now I've like lost
Yeah.
the whole game
But
because he went, you can't do that, and I'm like,
yeah.
nah.
But
So what would you do if, in that situation, like, if you knew you couldn't put that on the table, like on the building?
Do you mean if somebody else was going to do it?
Yeah, if you were playing against you there,
I'm not sure. I'd
why
probably-
can't you put it on
if-
it?
It was just a rule.
you just weren't allowed
You
vehicles
just weren't
on.
allowed vehicles on buildings, even though the building was like a vehicle repair bay or something like that you could get
Since,
up on
since,
top of.
since when? Since when? You know,
That was
what
in
was-
8th edition.
Oh, was
I
it?
don't know if it's still. It probably
don't
is
know.
still the same rule.
No, because you can still drive across buildings and shit and. I'll have to have a
It was
look.
the rule anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would go 2 ways. I would just get on with it because it works.
Yeah.
Because it's like more common sense than letter of the ruling. Or I would say, well, you can redeploy everything then
Yeah. Yeah.
and change your plan back. Because the worst,
And
You
that
know-
means I also have to redeploy. Then we'll just go through it again.
then the worst feel bad is if you do loads of stuff and then somebody drops something on you, and all of the stuff that you've done then doesn't count.
See, this was I was getting at because the guy playing against you might have planned on there being nothing on that building because he knows it's not allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, when we played Battlefleet Gothic at the club day.
Right.
We got about 3 turns into the game,
Yep.
and somebody turned up and said, "Oh, you can't shoot through minefields."
All right.
And we'd manoeuvred our ships
To be able to shoot
to
through.
be able to shoot through the minefields. That it took 3 or 4 turns
Yeah.
to do this manoeuvring.
Mm-hmm.
Because the person running the game was like, "Oh yeah, you can shoot through those minefields."
Well, there you go. Then you go. Who said you couldn't?
So, what I do in games where partway through a game we've discovered the rules wrong is don't change it until that game's
Yeah.
over.
No, because the guy,
Finish playing it that
the
way.
guy running the game
Yeah.
said it's
Yeah,
right.
'cause
And
I was like,
I'm
well,
sorry, but like the guy running the game's more in
Yeah.
charge than
I
some
was
random
like,
guy
well,
saying you can't do that.
I can't change my plan now because it's took us an hour and a half of game to manoeuvre the ships to this position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't then be like, "Oh yeah, well I'll not shoot through them now,"
No.
because then there's no point playing the game anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're just like flying towards a minefield, not able to shoot. So, so we can't, like, the risk that we've took
Yeah.
was pointless, and we've
Yeah.
lost the game. So you could either just pack up there or
Mhm.
just keep playing the way you're playing. Right, number 13, the last one. Your hobby is an investment in your happiness. You trade time and wealth for that privilege, and nobody has any right to put you down for demanding the best exchange rate.
No.
So, I think
That's
this...
no.
I think we'll cover this on
He
you.
was
do you?
fine. He was fine till the last line. The good exchange rate. No,
Yeah,
you.
so I think this is another dig
Dig at Games
Workshop because he's...
If you want to play it, you pay the price they set.
Yeah.
That's the price
At
they
the end of
set.
the day-
Sorry, like I want a Ferrari, but I can't afford one.
Mm-hmm.
So is that Ferrari's problem or my problem?
Well, it's your
Yeah,
problem,
exactly.
Yeah.
If I want a Games Workshop model that I can't afford,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's my problem, not Games
Yeah.
Workshop's.
I mean,
sorry,
this
mate.
is the thing. Even in wargaming, Games Workshop is the most expensive.
It is. I don't care. About that.
You don't have to play Games Workshop to do
Yes.
wargaming.
No.
You could play Bolt Action
But-
and spend £100 and be
50,
done.
£47. You can get the British Army starter box for £47, and that's a bolt action. That's a bolt action list
And to be
done.
fair, it's probably cheaper than that. You can
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a bolt action list done,
Uh,
and then buy a tank and make it a K-47 Army.
Blood Red
Done.
Skies,
£20.
£20.
Yeah.
Even Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you need the pitch and
If
everything.
you, well, I mean,
But if you go into a club where everyone
There's about
already has
7
everything,
pitches out place.
all you need is a team.
it's less
Yeah.
than 30.
Yeah.
Necromunda less than 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you go on campaign wise, then
Or
plus
you could
yeah.
use.
But you don't
What's
need
a
to
sci-fi
spend that money.
Frostgrave? Space
Stargrave.
Stargrave. You
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah, less than 50.
But yeah, if I want to buy a model that I can't afford, I'm sorry, that's not the company's fault. That's my fault for
Yeah,
not earning
so
enough
there's
money.
tons of games you can play
Well, I think-
where that's not going to cost you thousands of pounds.
But they're not stupidly expensive though. Yes, they're the most expensive.
Mhm.
But unless you're buying a Titan, nothing's more than £100 for a
I
model
think-
or a box. You know what I mean? Apart from
There's
your
a-
starter set,
There's a
obviously.
basic misunderstanding that some people have that they think a Games Workshop is
Is
a
it?
service.
Yeah,
It's not.
No,
it's
it's
a
a business.
making
Yeah.
money.
yeah. Like I've just
They're
said,
actually,
I'd love a Ferrari.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
if
afford
you
one.
look at Games Workshop compared to like Tamiya, they're not much more expensive.
No.
Like a 148 scale Challenger tank is still going to rock you 30-40 quid.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not like back in the early 90s when you were a kid and you were paying a tenner. They're
Yeah.
expensive now.
And I'll tell you why. Okay. Why it's not as comparable as you think. Because Tamiya didn't have to invent the tank and how it looks.
Yeah.
That was already done.
yeah.
It's the same
Right.
as models that do World War Two. That stuff.
I mean,
And how
Yeah,
they look.
I
but
mean,
that's a good point.
I mean,
Yeah.
you say that, but they notoriously underpay the designers
But who cares?
and
That's
artists. So,
that's.
Right, okay.
I mean,
but my point still
it's-
stands.
it's
that this didn't exist.
yeah.
But yeah, Warhammer Games Workshop say this model costs £50.
Yeah.
Okay, if I want to buy a model, I spend £50, or I spend less on a Chinese
Yeah.
recast. But sorry, if that's the price, if
Yeah.
if this is the game system you like,
Mhm.
that's how much it costs.
I mean, this
That's
is-
how
And there
much-
is alternatives.
yes, there is.
There's alternatives. You don't, like I say, to do wargaming, you don't have to play Horus Heresy,
Or
which is notoriously the most expensive game
Yeah.
up until now.
yeah, up to now it's now
So
Mhm.
brilliant.
that,
Brilliant,
that's,
brilliant
out
money.
of, that's out of choice.
Oh yeah.
Like I say,
But they say
there's
but
tons of other
40k
things.
as a whole,
Um,
yes, it's expensive, but who cares if you?
I mean, you could go buy like one of those tubs of plastic soldier men
yeah,
and play a war game.
yeah,
In fact, I'd say that's what most kids do.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you could 172.
Yeah.
Cheap
I'm
plastic
pretty sure
models.
we
you
did
could-
that.
Yeah. But you could play real war games like that.
Yeah.
You can download rules off the internet for free
Make your own rules up.
and play a computer game.
Like, so
Do you know what I
Why
mean?
not?
to go back to this, people all follow the rules that Games Workshop do because then we're all playing the same
Yeah.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
That's the point.
like used to brothers who use group together. If you decided let's play a game based on literally when we were kids, green and grey army men,
Yeah.
right? We're not going to go much more technical than that, but green and grey, right? It's a dice per man that all move a 6-inch ruler because you had a 6-inch ruler and a 12-inch ruler.
Yeah.
That's how we didn't all have tape measures, but yeah, 6-inch ruler and shoot, 12-inch ruler and not shoot.
Mm-hmm.
They all get one dice to shoot and they hit on. You beat the GW, right? Well, they hit on 3, so we hit on 3.
Yeah.
That's it. You've got an army,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. Who cares? It's not a massively fantastic painted army.
Yeah.
It's you and your brother as kids having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Done.
How did we get here?
I've no idea.
Basically saying that it's you're
Oh, this
paying-
guy twisting because GW's expensive.
because you're paying to be in this hobby basically.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
You
it's
pay
like
to do
any other
everything?
hobby. So if you look at like say a good example would be golf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you get into golf, so you've got to join your club.
Yeah. You still
You've got to
pay.
buy your golf clubs.
You still got to pay 30 quid to play.
You've got to pay to play.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to buy balls.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But
Which you lose.
once you start getting into
Which
it,
I lose lots of.
once you start getting into it, then you buy more stuff.
It's
Yeah.
more expensive
You
stuff.
get more better golf clubs.
Yeah.
You
Actually,
get
something you
different
missed out
clothes.
there was the shoes and the pants and the
Shoes,
shirt.
Yeah.
But you keep buying more
I've got
and
some.
more
I've
stuff
got
because
some
this
fantastic golf shirts.
You get a
this is
glove.
this is what hobbies are.
Glover lasts like 5 games, if not
Like nobody goes
5 rounds. I
to
should
do
say.
a gaming club, buys an army, and never does anything more with that army.
No.
You're
Mhm.
always adding new
Yeah.
units
Oh yeah.
or doing
So
some
basically,
stuff.
this one,
You know, it's an ongoing thing. You
basically,
never
no,
just-
this guy's just complaining because GW is expensive. And don't.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Don't play GW.
I think
Don't
he-
play GW.
I think he's more complaining that people are defending that it's expensive,
But it
it's
is. Who
not.
cares? It's not.
It is expensive in a vacuum
Mm-hmm.
because let's put it this way: if you were like trying to explain to somebody who knew nothing about it, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy this box board game. It's 180 quid. They'd be like, what the hell? But at the other end of the stick,
No,
It's a
because
lot-
because he's just spent 190 quid on a pair of trainers. That
Yeah,
is-
well, yeah,
that,
that's it.
that he's
Some
not
people-
going to go running in.
yeah, I know people who spend that on bottles of aftershave.
I know.
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
it's like
If you've got
The
disposable,
thing is,
it's up to you what you spend
as
your
long as
disposable
you-
income on.
Yeah, and as long as it is disposable income,
Have
then
it-
it doesn't really matter.
like a 3,000 point game of Horus Heresy is at the top end of wargaming.
Yeah.
It's right at the top end.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, of course it's expensive.
Mhm.
Just as playing in a PGA Tour would be expensive.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you see, 180 quid for a box set. Hang on, I think my driver was more than that.
Yeah.
You
But
easily get
so-
golf clubs are a couple of grand each.
Mine
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
expensive. Mine are all Yonex carbon fibre ones.
What was the point I was going to make? Yeah, so,
Yeah,
anyway,
so-
like a 3,000 point on each side is right at the top end of wargaming.
Yeah, so
Like that's like the pinnacle.
it's expensive.
Like unless you go
If you
for like
want-
a mega table or
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
Titan Apocalypse, and that might be That might be European Super League.
That's Champions League.
yeah,
This is
Yeah.
Premier League.
Yeah.
That's it. That's China.
yeah. I mean, it's not a game for kids,
No,
really.
Not
No,
anymore.
that's not
not
what it's-
anymore.
That's not what it was intended for. These Horus Heresy is for people like us. You know, you're in your 30s, you've got jobs, and you can afford it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, you've been into the hobby for a long time, and now you want the nice stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not for people who are going, well, I've got £3 a week and I've got this budget, and you know, that's the wrong audience.
I can maybe afford a box a month.
Yeah, and I don't want
No.
to sound
So-
mean here, but if that's your situation, then this isn't the right hobby.
No, it's not. It's an expensive hobby,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what people need to realise. And that's what he's twisting about being expensive. It's expensive.
Put it another way, like you could have someone who's into sculpture,
Yes.
right? And they do clay or Fimo,
Yeah.
and that's cheap. And then someone else who does it out of marble.
Marble. Yeah, I was just
You
going
know?
to say. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the same hobby, but there's different levels.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, it's expensive because it's a business, and it's unfortunately that's not our
Right.
job.
So it's a mix of reasons we've covered there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is the 13 commandments. So what do we think of these?
He's a bit of a knob. He just wants clickbait.
Yeah, it is. It's just.
It was a good. Some of it was good laughter, a bit rant about
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I thought. I thought it would be something interesting to
Yeah.
discuss. But then he put on a video today about why reactions are going to be bad.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, that he is just trolling us.
Go
because-
play Conflict 47 and then tell us why reactions are bad.
Because they're not.
Because they're really not.
Is what you should say. Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
play Battletech and tell us about simultaneous combat.
Yeah. Right. So unless anyone has anything else they
I
want to
think
talk about.
that's us done tonight, like.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Okay. So, well, let's say.
Oh, we didn't do hobby progress.
Do you want to do hobby progress?
No, I've done none.
I've done it. Yeah, I've base coated some 20mm Force and Force guys. That's all I've done.
Yeah. So.
Our lass has done more than me. She's painted Moon Knight.
All right.
Okay.
I've literally done the two base colours on my models.
So have
yellow and
have
orange.
you gamed any with her, or is she just
She's just
purely
painting them.
She's not bothered
She's
about
not
playing.
She's not about playing. She's just painting them
Yeah.
because she likes painting them.
Fair enough. That you should just you should have handed to your Blood
Blood
Angels instead of
Doesn't like painting red.
instead of buying a new models. Just going here, just paint these. You've got boxes of unpainted stuff here.
Piss off.
Get this stuff
I've
done.
actually got loads of them. I will actually literally went to me the day. Your pile of shame is getting massive at the minute. I was like, I know, I need to move everything.
Yeah.
Because in the middle of the living room. But no, she's just painting because she really likes them, which I think's mint.
Yeah.
So she has got an army, but she's waiting because she's missing a model, and
Yeah.
I can't afford to go and buy it just yet because it's an expensive model. So, but yeah, she's
So
Done more painting
she's
than
got
me.
knights, hasn't she?
she's got Imperial Knights.
She's
Yes.
doing them as, so here's an interesting fact. If you get the right colour scheme, well, you don't have to, but if you do, it's also a 30k army.
Oh dear God.
Oh.
But yeah,
Nice.
I haven't bought the. I get paid on Wednesday and I'm buying the new codex
Yeah.
as a little present. So we'll have a look at the codex and see. That's why they're not painted. They're built in.
Yeah, in fact, you could take my codex if you want.
It's out of date now.
It's out of
Oh,
date,
it's
yeah.
out of date, but the pictures will be right.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The colour schemes and
Which
inspiration
colour?
and
I'll
law.
have a look in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was totally
I'm
down
not
off
gonna
on the
use it.
tangent.
Yeah. So, social media wise, we've just put the is it Proteus Vindicator?
Oh,
Oh, yes.
So
Yes.
we've got I've remixed a Vindicator from a tank, the Rhino.
get the words
by
out. Come on, Tom.
A guy called Super Aguri, and a Vindicator conversion kit by a guy called Iron Masters. And it's now on Cults 3D under the name Retro Vindictive Self.
Oh, have you done that?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Sorry,
I've
I've-
remixed it. Stu's printed one. It works. So you can now download that for free off Cults. Like I say, search for Retro Vindictive Self-Propelled Gun.
Was a Vindicator?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Vindicator. So I've got my Instagram at Scorpus_flex. And we also have this on YouTube.
Yeah.
So
What on
Um,
YouTube?
the podcast.
tank?
No, the
I was
podcast.
going to say.
The podcast's on YouTube. So if you're listening to us on Spotify,
Oh, that's
Apple
mint.
Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor FM, what have I missed? Anything like that?
Spotify, it's on all wherever
Yeah.
you get your podcast from.
Wherever
you
you
can
get
this.
your
If you're all
podcasts.
listening to us saying this, you already know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave us a 5-star review. If you're listening to us on YouTube,
Like and subscribe.
like and subscribe.
Yes.
But also, if
Hit
you
that
have,
bell.
Yes.
I don't think it is a bell
I've got
anymore.
no
What is it?
idea.
The thumbs up.
I thought I've got no
Yeah.
idea.
If you if you have any questions or comments that you want us to talk about on the next video, put a comment on the YouTube video because that's the only social media that we're using for this podcast at the moment.
Because we
Right.
don't know what's going on with it. What's
Yeah.
going on with it. If it's going to get like 2 listeners and die a death or
Yeah,
oh,
so
massive,
we're- so
and
we're not
we're
gonna-
going to become
We're not going
millionaires.
to
You know?
start a Discord or a Facebook group or anything just yet. So if you have any comments and questions, then that's where you need to look. So thanks for listening and see you later.
Catch you later.
Jet bikes.